Look at this, sunshine. We haven't seen that for 3 weeks. We were done with the drill. We put it away, we'd cleaned it out, put it away for the spring, and the sun decided to come out and make everything really nice. So farmer came up here, he was spraying anyway. He said, you know what, why don't we just, it was, I don't know what it was last year. What was it last year? Spring barley last year. He said, you know what, we'll just plant winter wheat up here. So that's what we've done. Obviously, we are on farmer's spray tractor. This is a Topcon system, this one. You might wonder why we're actually on this tractor. we've had some, yeah. Oh, just stuff happening all the time. Old Davo came in at the weekend, went to go chain harrowing. I tell these kids every time they get on the chain harrows, shut the window because it'll smash the window. Poor lad, you know, it's just one of them things. It's so easy to leave it open. Anyway, smashed the window on the 7718. Got a new window for that, that's going back in. Just annoying, one of them annoying things. Hopefully he's learned his lesson, but you know, stuff happens all the time. Anyway, this tractor that we're on, farmer was, he wanted to get spraying. Just after we'd finished drilling, he wanted to go spraying. Anyway, he's been having some weird PTO issues with this tractor. And we've had chandlers out to it. I think one lad's been out to it twice. He had another lad come out to it a few days ago. None of them seemed to know what quite was going on. Anyway, they wanted to take it in. They wanted to take it in and pressure test it, and then they were going to open it up and see if they could find a problem. We had our man down the road, Ollie. He's a John Deere engineer. Ex John Deere engineer. He's got, you know, he works for himself now. Anyway, he came over to have a look at it, done some quick fundamental checking. Turns out to be just a simple wiring issue from the switch. Tightened up some pins in the plug. Within 3 hours he had it sorted. So we're a little bit confused why our guys from Massey can't seem to put their finger on that. So anyway, I've been using it today. It's working now, it hasn't faulted at all today, so it's fixed so far. So I'm not counting our chickens just yet, but so we've had a lot going on. Anyway, because they wanted to take the tractor in, and we were done with the drilling, what we thought, we took all the spray bits out of here because there's a big massive load of spray stuff in here. We took all that out, we put it in the 7716. It took a whole day to do it. Then farmer took the front tank off this thing. That's why it's got a big pole hanging up, just so I don't forget and stuff it into a car or the hedge or whatever else. We had a day where we pulled all the wiring out. It took all day, and it was really what could have been a very simple fix. The wiring, it's underneath this rocker switch, and there was a plug he found in there, because we've got another 6480, you see. So we took this switch off here and he went to the other tractor. The switch worked every single time. Right, okay. And when he unplugged this switch, as he pulled it out, he said he knocked the plug, and then everything come to life. So it rang alarm bells. Anyway, he had some fumbling back and forward with the other tractor, testing the switches. The switch is fine, the engagement button's fine. It turns out it was simply the plug that comes from the tractor to the switch. There were some loose pins, and he's just spread the pins, made it all connect tight, and away we go. So far so good. Anyway, don't want to jinx it, but it hasn't faulted at all. It's worked as it should today. Struggling to see me mark. It is yes, as it was cultivated. We're just drilling straight into it as it was cultivated from the summer. So I've got the summer cultivation marks there, so I'm not even bothering with markers because you can't see them anyway at all. So I'm relying solely on this to keep us straight and narrow. Anyway, it's going in all right. It's burying the seed. we'll see what comes. There's a bit of rain coming Sunday. It is currently Wednesday. We're actually going to go back to a couple of the fields that were too wet. It's changed more in 3 days than it's changed in 3 weeks. So we're going to go back to a couple of fields that we left because they're wet. They're actually in a better state now. So we're going to go and drill those as well. This system's very much like the Smurka one. You know, you've got a wire going down to the dash. You've got a receiver on top. Me and Farmer, you know, once we've got this drilling out the way, the pre-emergent spray, we've got to put his spray tractor all back together if it's now going to be fixed, which so far, you know, I've been using it all day, no issues at all. So yeah, we're going to, you know, it was a good opportunity to test here Ollie's fix as well. So yeah, we need to say thank you to Ollie really, because seems to be the only man that actually tests the fundamental things that are wrong. I don't get the, you know, he said to me, and he said to me this, right, and he's not a massey engineer. Ollie said this to me, and I don't want to get anyone in trouble, and I don't want to embarrass Ollie either. But he said to me they were worried about low pressure in the clutch pack. And Ollie said to me, first thing he said to me, well, are you having problems with your shuttle? Are you having problems with forward and reverse? And are you having problems changing gear? And I said no. And he said, well, it's not going to be a pressure issue. So straight away from that, you know, he starts at the source, which is the switch, and he starts checking his wiring. And I don't know, the guys told us that they had done these checks, but Ollie, yeah, within 3 hours, Ollie had it sorted. So there we go. I don't know. It doesn't instill you with, you know, when you send your tractor in, you trust these people to, that you think, you know, you're paying them 150, well, I don't know what the price is now, 150 quid an hour. You know, you're paying for the knowledge that these boys have got, and they're meant to be Massey tractors, you know, they're meant to know all about Massey Ferguson stuff. So, I don't know, it doesn't instill you with confidence when you take your tractor in to be repaired or get them out to look at your tractor, does it? And this isn't another stab at Massey, it's not what it's about. It's about life in general. People seem to have lost the love for what they're doing and the interest and the passion. You know, Ollie loves his job, and it just shines through, because he was not leaving this tractor until he knew exactly what was up with it, and it just shines through. Anyway, thank you very much, Ollie, for fixing. Wow, so far so good. I will update it, and if it's not right, I'll let you know. But it looks like we've got another day putting bloody tractor back together. This is what they don't see. We took all that sprayer off because Farmer needed to spray. You know, we've got pre-emergent to go on. The other thing is as well, and I probably shouldn't say this because I'm probably a bit out of line, but he rang him up, he said he got a PTO problem on the spray tractor. So the spray, you know, it's important that it gets done. And the guy's response to us was he got a service to do first, so he couldn't come out till 3 o'clock. That's all well and good, but wouldn't you come out to the tractor that needs to get going and do your service later? Just something we thought, hang on a minute, you know, you've got to put priorities into place, haven't you? You know, if someone's stuck and needs to get going, it's more important than to do someone else's service which can wait a day, can't it? Anyway, I think that's just life in general. I think people have just lost the love for what they're doing and their work ethics and stuff like that. It's just all over, you know, you see it all over. Everyone's in a rush. Nobody seems to care anymore. I don't know. We see it a lot anyway. They have got good guys down there, and it's not to say they would have took the tractor in and figured out before ripping it apart that it wasn't anything internal. But who knows? You never know. It might have got ripped apart. They put it all back together and it still wouldn't have worked right. And then who pays for that? You know, at the end of the day, we got to pay for that. So people need to, you know, these guys should know their fundamental stuff, like checking wiring and switches and That's the easy stuff. You know, ripping them apart should be last resort if you can't find anything else. So. Anyway, yeah, that's the story on the spray tractor. So we're using it on the drill because Farmer's got my tractor. What we're going to do here, there's 2 fields full of blackgrass. We're going to leave them because where we planted into blackgrass before, it just doesn't come the same. The wheat just doesn't grow around it, even once you've sprayed it off. We've seen it before on other fields. So 2 fields here bad for grass. They're going to get left. They'll get into, you know, we'll put them into a spring wheat, something like that. And there's 3 remaining fields here. Not massive, but whether we'll get 2 of them finished. We might have to come for 1 in the morning. It depends whether I can see my mark in the night, because otherwise we'll just go into the night, and it just depends whether I can see or not. But hey, it's nice to have the sunshine with us, and they're telling us it's going to be colder next week, so bit of a gamble putting this lot in. The first stuff we've planted has already come. I can't believe it, going back to it. I was terrified that it was just going to be rubbish. But it's all growing. Farmer's been out there pre-emerged it. Yeah, been busy. You know, a few days pass, and yeah, we had a terrible problem with pneumonia in the shed. We had to sort that out. Christ Almighty, we had to do that quickly. Me and Farmer had a day. Clearing out a shed and getting them some room, and it was a combination of too many animals and the weather. It was just it's so damp in the day. With a cold night, it leads to pneumonia every time. I've seen it before, so. Right. Anyway, just a quick update. But yeah, not going to enjoy putting his sprayer back together, that's for sure. That took us all day. And yes, rather annoying. But he is out there spraying at the moment, so that's the main thing. He wasn't very keen on the interruptions on the Sveaverken versus this one. He says he doesn't get any interruptions. So the people at Sveaverken, we need to work on that. We need to get it to a point where it's like this. Just, you know, you don't get any steering in the field with this system, and this is an older system, so we should be way past that, shouldn't we? So yeah, just something to think about. I don't know how these guys are doing it, but this one works nice. Anyway, we should be getting a seed alarm in a little while, holding the tram lines. Farmer will put his own tram lines in. We just don't want to have 3 sets of tram lines, blah blah blah, so Farmer will sort that. We're just literally covering the field in wheat. So yes, we are just astounded at the condition of the fields in 2 days. They've changed from night to day, and just you've got a tiny bit of breeze and a bit of sunshine, and it is massive difference. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, right, there we go. We are going to be installing the hydraulics kit, but that is going to be done over the next month or so, into and over Christmas. So that's when that's going to be looked at. Just because it's all going on at the minute. We're we're back to drilling, back to spraying, back to Keith is out hedge trimming with that tractor. You know, there just isn't ever a non-busy time of year for us. You know, we're always doing something, and Farmer wants to get the rest of that yard concreted as well. So we've got, like, you know, got enough going on, if you know what I mean. But Linda and Hayes have been really busy. They've been really busy. I don't know, Farmer was on about changing that little truck for something else, with 4-wheel drive. Same sort of type of truck, but with 4-wheel drive. But I don't know if that'll happen. Yes, we had something, what did we have this morning? A circlip came out the back of the metering wheel, the carrying wheel, which is the metering wheel as well. The circlip came out and the bearing come out the back of that. So we've got a load of bearings coming, we'll get them all replaced. But yes, yeah, been one thing after another this last 3 weeks. Yeah. So anyway, we've got 2 more fields, 3 more fields back home, close to home to do, and 3 more up here to do. And that won't leave a lot for ourselves in the spring. Keithy, oh yeah, I forgot, Keithy's been out to Graham and Martin's, and he's had 4 days ploughing up there, and he said it ploughed really nice, so we missed it. I didn't get to see it, so yeah, just missed that. And I haven't been recording just because we're so far behind, so whether we even get to see this video is you know, it'll be we'll just see whether I can catch up. I'm hoping to have, you know, a week's worth of videos in December. I don't know, I'll try my best to catch up, but just, you know, I'm working on the computer till 9 o'clock at night every night. I'll give myself an hour for myself, and yeah, that's the field last. In the spring we nearly sank, but it should be better actually this time. We mould it, remould it, and mould it the right way this time. Fields are in good condition. You know, if we had any longer and this was a little bit earlier, it would have benefited from the Quality-Max for sure, just to level the field out a little bit better and get a little bit better till. But I think it'll grow nonetheless. It'll grow. It might be a little bit rough when he's on the combine next year, but he'll deal with that.